Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please be seated for a moment of silence.
Today on Eagle Nation News, we have a very sweet show in store. First up, we make a sweet treat with Giftsy. Next, we visit the Makerspace to see what they're doing for Valentine's Day. And finally, we ask all of you what your plans are for tomorrow. All of this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News. Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. I'm Imogen Perez.
And I'm Riley McDermott, bringing this week's stories. ENN starts right now. And thank you for joining us again here at Studio 301.
Today is Thursday, February 13th, and for today's weather, there's a high of 41 degrees and a low of 20, so make sure you're staying warm.
While it may not be great outside, it's the perfect day for our PHS seniors.
Gretchen, where are they right now?
Right now behind me, they're setting up Senior Snack Table, where seniors can come and get a drink or a soda for only $1. All these items were brought to the PTO by parents of Prosper. And Mr. Jones, our principal, will be having a movie to play in the auditorium. So seniors, come by and relax.
Thank you, Gretchen. This is the last snack break of the year.
This is scheduled at the perfect time because Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
It's nice that seniors can grab their final sweet treat just in time for this holiday.
And one student at PHS is here to share her passion for sweets. I had the opportunity to go and see for myself, so take a look.
Hi, I'm Nicole Wolf. I'm the owner of Giftsy Prosper, and today we'll be making one of Giftsy Prosper's specialities for Valentine's Day, chocolate-covered strawberries. I'm going to show you and then I want you to do it. So You're just going to grab a strawberry and then you dip it kind of like on the side and then the other side. And then I just put it here because then it needs to cool down. What's the process that you kind of go through? Like the process is just really as you go sometimes because you can have like an idea but then it can turn into something completely different, which is, it happens. It definitely does happen. So if you want, you're good. And then what's your favorite part about just doing all of this? I really like being creative with it. I find this like therapeutic sometimes. Like also for Easter, a lot of moms got like the breakable Easter eggs that I have for their kids. And I remember my mom showed me some pictures of the clients because she manages that. And she was like, they're really happy. And I was just really happy that like not sleeping, pulling all-nighters is worth it, you know? What kind of inspired you to start your business? Me and my grandma, she's a cook, and we've baked since I was so young. Since I was like around 6 years old, I've always been really interested. And she taught me how to make cakes, she taught me how to make cupcakes, cookies, everything.
Well, the time to pre-order for Valentine's Day has passed. If you're interested in ordering, make sure to check out the Instagram at giftsy.prosper or talk to Nicole.
When I was there, the atmosphere was so fun with all the treats and especially music.
Speaking of music, don't leave. Town Talk is up next.
We have a 4-day weekend just around the corner. There's no school on Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, and Monday, February 17th. We come back to school on Tuesday, February 18th.
From the big stage to new releases, the music industry is on fire.
Isabel Molter is in studio with this week's Town Talk.
Thanks, Riley. It seems like all the stars aligned for Kendrick Lamar on Sunday night as he performed the halftime show for Super Bowl 59. Bringing in over 133 million viewers, this was the most watched halftime show of all time. The performance included hit songs Humble, Squabble Up, DNA, and of course, Not Like Us. Lamar, the now 22-time Grammy winner, also included some cameos, including Samuel L. Jackson and Serena Williams, and brought out SZA to sing Luther and All the Stars. The incredible music with the deep storytelling of African Americans living in America made for, in my opinion, one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows ever. And as a cherry on top, SZA released 4 additional songs to her album Lana just before the game. And on the topic of new releases in music, the Lumineers are set to release their 5th studio album, Automatic, tomorrow. 3 of the 11 songs on the album have already been released and followed the familiar alternative folk genre the group is known and loved for. The Lumineers will also kick off their Automatic World Tour on February 16th, which will last through October 2025, and finishing here in Texas with shows in the Woodlands, Fort Worth, and Austin. I've loved the Lumineers since their debut album in 2012, so I cannot wait to see what their new work has in store. How about y'all back at the desk?
I love them as well, so I can't wait for this next album.
Imogen, I grew up listening to the Lumineers and I'm beyond excited for this new release.
And speaking of new releases, our Nest has a new release of their own.
Nuala Adams crafts up the story of this Valentine's event.
In the PHS Nest, our staff and student support provide many opportunities for students to express their creativity.
This is the first year we've really started trying to do some kind of make and take at least once a month. It started, I think, with the Mini Mums. That was a huge hit at homecoming. So now I think it's kind of set up that expectation that we're doing something every month. We're learning on kind of what works, what draws a crowd, what doesn't, what students are interested in. It's exciting to see it come together.
And this week, they brought back a fan favorite project to draw in students.
This week we are doing perler beads for our February make and take. We brought them out the first time in the fall semester and they were a way bigger hit than we thought they were going to be, and people have been asking us nonstop when we're going to do it again. So we thought Valentine's would be a good time for it.
I heard through one of my friends that they were making a crafty thing for Valentine's Day in the library, so I thought I'd try it out. It's actually really fun.
And through the Make and Take project, students are given creative freedom to express themselves.
My favorite part is seeing the spin that they put on it. Even though we have the patterns, I always just love seeing where their creativity takes them and adds on to the base that we give them to start with.
I think it's special because you can make whatever you want and you have your own creativity, which I think is pretty cool.
The growing enthusiasm pushes the Nest to fill their calendar with more events like this. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Nuala Adams.
Today is the last day to make Valentine's perler beads, so if you're interested, head to the Nest during all lunches.
And if you want to stay up to date on future make and take activities, join the Nest Google Classroom using the code below. But Riley, that seems like so much fun, we should totally stop by.
Definitely, but something that never stops is Prosper Sports. Stay tuned, game time is up next.
Here we go!
Seasons are coming to a close and tournaments are starting.
Colton Boston is live in studio with this week's Game Time.
Thanks, Imogen. Starting off this week's Game Time is your boys basketball team as they faced off against the McKinney Boyd Broncos on Tuesday to end off their regular season. And the boys ended the regular season on a high note, winning 52-35. They're going to wrap up the regular season with a record of 23-8, 10-6 in district play, and 32nd in the state. Congratulations to them for an incredible season. Now, as the boys finished their regular season, the girls started playoffs as they faced off against Denton Guyer in the Colony. However, unfortunately, the game wouldn't go in the Eagles' favor, with Guyer winning 54-36. This will wrap up the girls' season with them finishing with a record of 25-8 and district champions. Congratulations to them on an incredible season. Also playing on Tuesday was our boys and girls soccer team as they both faced off against Plano West. Now heading over to Plano, the boys faced off against the Wolves and it was an extremely close game with both teams having one goal at the end of regulation. The pressure was building as the game went into 4 rounds of penalty shootouts, but in the end it would be the Wolves taking home the win. Now coming back to Prosper, let's talk about your second in district and 13th in the state girls soccer team as they faced off against the Wolves and absolutely crushed them, winning 3-0. Both teams will face off against the McKinney Boyd Broncos next Tuesday at 7:30. Good luck to both teams. Moving over to softball as they officially hit off their season on Tuesday, facing off against the Wakeland Wolverines, and they started their season on a good note, winning 7-5 against the Wolverines. What a game to start off their season, but they will be playing 2 games today in the CFBIS Tournament of Champions. They'll be facing off against Bonham at 12:45 and North Forney at 2. Good luck to them as they continue tournament play throughout the weekend. Moving on to wrestling, as they are heading off to Houston to compete in state with 6 wrestlers being sent. Good luck to them at state. Moving on to national sports tonight, 4 Dallas Stars players will face off against each other in the 4 Nations face-off for their countries, with Rope Hintz, Issa Lindell, and Mikkel Grunland all playing for Team Finland, and the Dallas Stars goalie, Jake Ottinger, getting called up to play for Team USA. This will be the only time that they'll face off against each other in the tournament unless they play each other in the championship. However, the 3 Finnish players may not see Jake in the goal tonight, as the United States have decided to start Connor Hellebuck instead. This is going to be a great game between the 2 countries, and I am really excited to watch tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Colton. The match last night was definitely exciting. Lots of students were watching, including myself.
And speaking of students, since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, we want to know what the student body will be doing for the holiday. Maddie Kep has more.
Thanks, Riley and Imogen. I'm currently here in the PHSP Eagle asking students their opinions on Valentine's Day. Is Valentine's Day a real holiday or not?
No, it's low-key like delusion. It's just a day. It's just like a day that everyone experiences.
Well, yes, actually, yeah, I think so.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's an American holiday.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's a day where people celebrate, but I don't think it's a real holiday.
Love isn't an everyday type thing, and on Valentine's Day, it's means more, I guess.
I think that it's a real holiday. Not everybody celebrates it, but I think it's still a holiday.
Do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
I'm going to a Galentine's party. It's going to be so fun. We're going to make pizzas.
I'm going out to dinner.
Hang out with a woman.
Watching Twilight.
Just hanging out with the gals.
Sadly, no.
Yeah, I'm going to go to San Antonio.
Drown 'em out.
Well, I have a Galentine's with my friends.
Well, seems like love is all around, but I'd love to know your opinions back at the desk.
Funny enough, Maddie, this weekend I'm also going to a Galentine's.
Even if you don't believe in the holiday or have any plans, hopefully you get to use the time to relax and maybe even enjoy candy, especially with a long weekend ahead.
Well, that's all we have for today, Eagle Nation. Once again, I'm Riley McDermott.
And I'm Imogen Perez. Have a great 4-day weekend and go Eagles!
Eagles.